Hi, this is Alan Cowgill, and this is your very last chance to get to come to my Financial Freedom Boot Camp this year. We don't have another one scheduled till 2019. So I'd love to have you come to it. I want to tell you just a little bit about it. We've been trying to get a hold of you on this, and frankly, you just haven't got back with us. And it's your chance to get to this boot camp and get an incredible training. It's free. I've charged $2,995 over the year for this event, and I've decided to let you come for free. You can bring three folks with you, but let me tell you a little bit on why you should be there. And actually, this will relate to you. This little picture that I got here, as you'll see in just a second. So just hang on. When I travel all over the nation, I order room service for breakfast because I've got to get ready to go down and teach at events, and it's easier for me just to order the breakfast in the room and then get ready, and I save a lot of time that way. Now, the thing of it is, what I find out is that someone will bring me my breakfast. I always order about the same thing: oatmeal or Cheerios with yellow packets of Splenda, whole wheat toast dry, fruit, and a bottle of water. And what happens is, many times I'll get my order and something is wrong with it. So, for an example, in this picture, and this is a real picture, where I got my oatmeal and I don't have a spoon. So what you do is what I do is I call up down back to the kitchen, and they have somebody paddle up the stairs and hand me a spoon wrapped in a napkin, and then they paddle back down the stairs. And surprisingly, this happens an incredible amount of time. I would say it happens 30 to 50% of the time my breakfast is messed up. Now, here's the problem. The problem of it is the hotel, and it doesn't matter if it's a Holiday Inn or a Hyatt or a Hilton or a Marriott, whatever it is, they all do this. They got to pay that employee to bring my breakfast, and all these hotels nuts up my breakfast. And so that's a cost to the management. Now, if that happens to me, let's say 35% of the time to be safe, 35% of the time, how many rooms are in that hotel that I'm staying at? It could be 100, 150, 250 rooms, and let's say 30% of those rooms are ordering breakfast, but 35% of those are messed up. If you think about it over a year's period of time, that's a giant, giant erosion to the bottom line of that business, and it's something that they could fix. So, and that's just one hotel. How many hotels are in your state? The Holiday Inns, let's say. How many are in the United States and the world? And it's happening over and over and over again. It's pathetic. Now, how does that relate to you? Well, let's take you. Let's say you buy a property and you go to a closing, and you right after the closing you go out to put up signs in the yard and put a lockbox on the door like I do, and going in and maybe do a little staging inside, put some information in the kitchen, and take some pictures. And so you get out there and you put the lockbox in the door, you take your staging material inside, you take your pictures, you go back out to the back of your SUV, and you forgot the signs. So what do you have to do? You got to paddle all the way back to your storage shed or your office or your home, put signs in your SUV, and take it back out to the property and hammer them in the yard. You're no different than what's going on in the kitchens and all these Marriotts. And that, you don't see it, but that is chaos in your business. It erodes your profit. Those big checks you dreamed of when you wanted to get in this business are getting smaller because you haven't taken the time to get systems in your business. And I know you might be a beginner and you've never done a deal before, but why not start out right? Why not start out the way you ought to start out? Well, what happened to me was I was in corporate America for a quarter century, and during that time, I implemented 5 multi-million-dollar systems to take chaos out of their business. In fact, one system that I recommended, we implemented it, and the company tripled their cash flow and doubled their pre-tax earnings. And I'm talking Fortune 50, Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies that I was in. So, you want to be profitable. You got a business, you got a dream, you got a passion. You need to take the chaos out of your business. My whole boot camp is about taking waste out of your business. In fact, to do it in my own business, I joined eMyth. It's ran by Michael Germer. It's the eMyth Academy. I became a coaching student. It's a $10,000 a year coaching program. I was in it for 5 years. You can do the math. And I came out with a streamlined business. I never intended to teach it, but there is such a vacuum, such a need. In fact, I tell people that your business needs this as much as you need oxygen, that I decided to teach it. And you got nothing to lose and everything to gain by coming to this. In fact, I think some people ought to crawl across broken glass to get to it. So let me tell you a little bit. It's August 16th through the 19th, the last one through this year. You want to get to it now. It's in St. Louis. I was at the same hotel in June. It's marvelous. You need to get signed up. The way you go sign up is go to www.ffbc.info, not .com, but .com. FFBC stands for Financial Freedom Boot Camp. I call the boot camp my boot camp in a box. It's not a boot camp, but a business in a box. And I'd love to have you there. You can call in and talk to Donna at 937-390-0816. Jot that down. That's the office number, 937-390-0816. If she's out working, doing things, and doesn't pick up the phone, just leave a message. She is very prompt about getting back with folks. Or you can just email her at Donna at Cowgill, COWGILL.com, and join the fun. Come to this thing. It's a 4-day event. Normally, you have to go out and pay thousands of dollars to get this type of education. This is a laser beam approach on how to take waste out of your business. I run it all from A to Z, every part of your business. I'll show you what I do. In fact, many of the systems that I give you, you can implement the day after the boot camp. Well, it's your choice. You know, I'd love to have you there. This is your offer. I hope you take advantage of it. To your wealth.